Alrighty, without further ado, here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing as the blue Terran pieces, give it up, it is Heromarine. And in the top left, in the red, playing as the Zerg pieces, it is REYNOR. Alright, game number 1 here in this best of 3 series. See what we have going on now. This is from the Group C qualifiers from DreamHack. I'm super excited to see some of these. I haven't got to see a lot of the games actually. I feel kind of bad, so casting this with fresh eyes, have not seen these, and I'm excited. REYNOR has been bringing it. It has some really good ZVT in Heromarine. Always a pleasure to watch. So far, just going to be a hatch opening coming out from REYNOR. Heromarine will be going into standard racks opening. Not going to be doing any proxies or getting too cheeky at the moment, so should it be pretty good. Spawning pool just now coming down for REYNOR, and good old Overlord flying across the map as ever before. Now, as we get into Death Aura, which is game number 1 here, it has these really interesting little little places on the maps here. This Overlord is flying across. It has these little speed boosts, if you would. And these could come in key, maybe later on in the series. Definitely Lings go super fast, and anything that flies through it usually goes pretty quick. So maybe could see those be utilized for some wraparounds or anything crazy would be interesting. Now, REYNOR is going to be going, or excuse me, Heromarine is going to be going for the expansion and sends out the first Reaper. Marine follow up into factory, while it does look like REYNOR will be going for that third base. Pretty standard time. I guess they consider it that it is quicker because it is before 2.5 minutes that you're getting a third base essentially. But REYNOR going to be coming in with a little bit of a defense. Oh, there we go. As Heromarine does come in with the Reaper, looking to get a couple of kills here. Does not, in fact, get any, as REYNOR is just way too good with his Lings. Queen is now out, so should be able to shut that down. He could try to risk it for the biscuit, sending that Reaper in, but does not look like he's going to do that just yet. Just going to see the timing here of the third base, see the timing if any kind of units come out from REYNOR. Now, this is going to be very crucial, especially if REYNOR does decide to go into some kind of roach play, or if he wants to go into maybe like a massling flood or something like that. He's going to see that coming. Now, very good job here from Heromarine so far, as he's going to come into the natural once again. Going to go into the main base, but will eventually die off. Gets the creep tumor. Now, that's really annoying for the Queen. Doesn't have a whole lot of energy to start off with in the beginning as it is, so that's going to delay creep spread from REYNOR as he's trying to get it out and to his third base. Will slow things down immensely. Now, we do have a couple of Hellions coming across for Heromarine. There we go. Going to be going into the third. Just wants to kind of poke around, see, make sure everything is being taken how it should. And so far, it looks like that is going to be the case. And, man, REYNOR going to be sending the Overlord in, going to suicide it out. Does actually see the Banshee tech, or at least that there is a starport. Doesn't know for sure that it's not a battle cruiser, so we should be seeing some extra Queens coming through. Going to see potentially some Spore Crawlers. I don't know why he wouldn't, but you never know. And again, Hellions just poking and prodding around the front, looking to see if they can get any damage done, potentially stop some of the creep from going, and essentially force REYNOR to make more Lings instead of drones. That's his ultimate goal here, but it does look like REYNOR going to go for a big drone up as it is. Realizes it's not too much of a threat going on, and should be more than okay behind this. Heromarine going for that third base. Banshee actually going to stay home. as it has been scouted behind this, going into tanks, going into Marines and such. And yeah, he's up to 6 Hellions now. 7, 8 Hellions. A lot of Hellion potential here. There we go. Not able to one-shot a queen or nothing, but still can put the damage on. Gonna see that there is at least a 4th base on the way for REYNOR. And again, Heromarine just trying to keep essentially REYNOR at home, allow him to build up to what he wants, get that tech, get the upgrades, everything he really wants to, and maybe come in and suicide those at some point. REYNOR going for a Baneling Nest, already going up for a lair. And should be seeing, yeah, there's some Spore Crawlers and stuff coming through. +1 on the way as well. And some of the Hellions starting to get a little low here. Stimpack just now completing. And here we go, Hellion Banshee coming in. Now I think I don't think he actually has it. No, okay. I was thinking he had an armory to turn these into Hellbats, but that is not going to be the case. And yeah, unfortunately, he cannot get a whole lot done. He can just kind of poke and prod and essentially kind of close this out. Behind this is going to be tanks, Marines, medevacs, all those juicy things that you could ever want. And he actually does not have an Evo chamber yet. Throwing down the armory instead. Oh, no, he does. I'm lying. An Evo chamber. Oh, my goodness. I am all over the place today. But so far, looking pretty good. Again, Heromarine has been keeping REYNOR basically back. But these are a lot of Lings and a lot of Banelings. A good scan. Gonna see the Banelings there as the Marines do start coming on to creep. Now, he is aware of the Banelings up top as we have 7 more Banelings on the way. 20 Lings just now getting ready to pop. And there is a Spire on the way. Now, the tanks are sieged up onto the high ground. Here comes another Overlord. Going to basically sacrifice itself, but he has plenty to spare. A 5th base on the way now as well. And we are going to see this Ling, Bane, Muta coming out for REYNOR. Heromarine just going to continue to clear creep. As soon as he sees that he is in danger, going to pick up and move right out. Not terribly worried about it. Now, this does give time for REYNOR to actually kind of build up into this Muta tech, right? Spire just now finishes up. He did just queue up about 30 Lings, so no Mutas just yet. Going up to 44 Lings. Oh my goodness. Here we go, big Ling attack. Trying to come down to the bottom. Essentially pick up some reinforcements here. This could spell disaster for Heromarine as the Lings coming in. The Banelings with speed. Gonna be crashing in. Just wrapping everything around. Still, there's a lot of units at home, or at least across the map for the Terran. But now he doesn't have a whole lot of home to defend. Looks like these Lings are going to be just able to be cleared up. At the same time, the Marines, Hellbats now coming into the 4th base. Ling's going to go for a wraparound as the tanks start pushing onto the creep here. It looks like the Lings will go for a full-on... Oh, just going to go across the map for some more pressure. Sees all of the Banelings here. That is a lot of Banelings. Instantly going to split this up. And again, those Lings looking for some of the reinforcements to come through. A drop going to go up to the top as well. And, you know... Oh, I think the Banshee actually saw these. Okay, so he does get the 4th base. Tanks spread out completely as the Banelings start rolling in. Marines going to go into the main. +2 is now done here for REYNOR as the Banelings come crashing into the tanks. The Marines trying to split as best as they can, but there's just too much army here. At the same time, a drop going to be going down here, killing off 10 drones, even more. Looks like the medevac is dead here. But now the Marines coming up to the top. Mutas finally are going to be coming out. 9 of them are on the way. Able to get 11 drone kills altogether, plus quite a bit. And here comes a lot more Banelings. Mutas are going to be very crucial in this attack as 14 of them, 17 of them getting ready to pop. Now tanks are somewhat spread out, having to kind of reinforce in these back and forth kind of siege and unsiege, but that is just so many Banelings. He's at 30 Banelings, 64 Lings, and here comes this big wrap around the Marines trying to pull back, trying to get something done here. Will force the pickup, but now the Mutas are going to start giving a little bit of a chase. Actually, Mutas just don't even care. There it goes. Alright, Banshee coming over to the side. We'll be able to get a couple of more kills, but a lot of these units are getting low. The medevacs will eventually start falling. Looks like this is going to get pushed back for the time being as Heromarine does take another base. But again, he has to play this so carefully. Marine's going to push this back for the time being, as it looks like REYNOR trying to just get some kind of damage done with these Mutas. Now, Mutas haven't done a whole lot of damage, but it does also kind of force this weird engagement where Heromarine can no longer just pick up and move away when he gets uncomfortable. He has to really consider the pressure here of REYNOR's army. These Mutas will be deadly. Can just take out a medevac full of units with no problem. Here comes the Banelings and stuff from behind. The tanks are in a pretty good spread. Muta's going to be picking up everything in the back, trying to move the Marines as much as possible. But it looks like REYNOR just going to go ahead and roll through everything. And Heromarine going to have to back up. He's going to have to return back home. He has so many medevacs, but just not enough army. Still, there's quite a bit of Banelings here, and the Mutas just going to start focusing down the medevacs. And this is not looking good right now here for Heromarine. There we go, trying to spread as best possible. Not going to happen, as GG is called. And we have game number 1 there going to REYNOR. GG's. All right, let's get into game number 2 here. It's going to be on Romanticide. There we go. All right, guys, without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, it's the blue Terran. It is Heromarine. And in the bottom right, in the red, it's the Zerg player. It is REYNOR. All right. So, Romanticide, I think a smaller map in general. It has some really nice angles for Terran. You could get some potential tank shots and stuff like that. But, man, game number 1, REYNOR really showing up and basically outplaying Heromarine here. Even though Heromarine was trying to kind of hold things back, was really trying to, you know, just keep REYNOR at bay. REYNOR was able to just max out, and it's one of those strategies of just massing up Lings, massing up Banelings, and crashing into your opponent. And because they're so cheap, you're able to rebuild that. And like we saw, he was able to get up to a 5th base, get Mutas out, and just was able to wreck phase. So Heromarine needs to step it up, needs to actually maybe go into some Widow Mines or something like that. Like, the tanks were okay. They were getting some okay shots, but there was just too many Lings, too many Banelings for those tanks to really deal much. And the splits, they were okay, but definitely were not the best. A lot of Clump Marines dying to just a handful of Banelings was not very good. So Heromarine needs to do something. Maybe, I don't even want to say be more aggressive. He just needs to, I don't know, he needs to do something. So REYNOR going to be going into pretty standard stuff, very similar to game number 1 here. And Reaper going to make its way across the map very, very quickly here. Third base going to be coming down for REYNOR at the same time, and we actually, does he see it? No. Okay, yeah, he does see the third base, so he knows that it is on its way, and it's in a little bit more of a, I guess what you would consider a more aggressive position, which will allow REYNOR to actually deal some pressure with this. Now Heromarine going to be coming in just putting some damage on the units. Hasn't actually gotten a kill yet. Does he get a... Oh, so close. Oh, not going to be able to get it. The drone, just like 1 HP away. Okay, now he's regenning. There we go. All right, so Reaper will go ahead and back up for the time being as the Queen does come out. And here we go. Gonna go for a second barracks in this, as the factory is now out. So no starport as of yet. Very interesting. Reaper gonna be forced back once again as the Queen comes off creep to kind of deal with this, and able to get the creep tumor at least. Very crucial. Stim on the way now for Heromarine, and just making 2 Hellions. Very interesting. Hellions and the Reaper will be making its way across once again, and we see this time and time again for Heromarine, just kind of putting the pressure on. And again, especially against a player like REYNOR, you want to keep him at bay. You want to force him into these awkward positions that he cannot play his game. So REYNOR going to come in with the Overlord. We'll actually scout essentially what's going on. A 2-1-1 with a 3rd base on the way. Hellions and the Reaper are going to be coming in now. And I don't know if he gets anything done with these. He is trying to get into the drone line and maybe put some pressure, but these Queens just in the way. Lings are going to go around and try to put some pressure on into the main, or the natural here of Heromarine. Or he could just do a little bit of a wraparound. That works too. Actually giving some pretty heavy chase here. He's going to clear up some rocks. Does have the Evo chamber down, getting +1 and going into a lair. Would like to see more Bailing plays coming out from him, but I think it's going to be that Ling Bane Muta once again. Bailing Nest is now done, so once the Bailing Nest gets done, he can automatically start up Bailing speed, get that massive Ling count, and go into Mutas. Now, Heromarine going to go across the map with 16 Marines. Or it looks like 15 Marines, one that's following behind. There we go. We'll actually be able to pick off one of the Overlords. It doesn't actually supply block REYNOR, though. It's at 97-98, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Kills off a little bit, and we'll back up. Doesn't actually lose any Marines. And actually has a nice little counterattack, almost losing a bunch of those SCBs as well. And yeah, unfortunately, Heromarine trying to poke in once again, but REYNOR just forming a huge creep bridge over to the 3rd base here. And a 4th base will be coming down now for REYNOR as well behind this. And he's feeling pretty comfortable. I mean, he's got some drones that are pretending to be Lings. And Heromarine gonna come in once again, trying to push some of the creep back, just trying to find some kind of pathway to attack, looking to do a little bit of an elevator push here, but honestly, the Lings on both the bottom and the top, I don't see him getting too much with this. Yeah, he picks off a couple of Lings, picks up, and keeps going, but behind this, Bailing speed on the way. We've got 30 more Lings in production. Heromarine might be in some trouble here. REYNOR definitely amping up the aggression. And at the same time, even though he's putting the pressure down here at this bottom base, he's just continuously spreading creep up at the top. Very soon, it's going to be right into Heromarine space. And what does he have at home? A couple of Widow Mines, and he's sending those across the map. I mean, I guess those could be good, but look at this huge Bailing force coming out now for REYNOR. Those aren't even going to be... If he had those in his base, he might have had a good shot. He's got 3, but here come the Banelings now. At the same time, there is a nice little attack going on into the main. Going to be losing about 10 SCVs. Oh, huge Widowmine hit, though. Going to take out a good chunk of those Banelings, but still a ton left. The rest of the Widowmines do not get that much damage done. They're going to crash right into the main base here. As everything is starting to fall, there's still an attack going on here into the natural, but the Queens looking like they should be able to clean that up pretty easily here. Ling's going everywhere. GG will be called, and REYNOR gonna take the second game and the series there.